guys, thanks for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Well,
It's
it's
fun
to
to
be
be
here.
here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hi, kids.
Hey.
What's up?
Can you tell us what each of you do in the group?
All right.
I'm Paul Anderson. I'm the producer / videographer of the Piano Guys.
I'm John Schmidt. I play the piano.
I'm Stephen Sharp Nelson, the cello guy.
And I'm Al Vanderbeek, and I'm the music studio guy, and I write songs with John and Steve.
And the cool guy.
That's right, and the cool guy.
I know you guys are called the Piano Guys, but there's only one person who plays the piano. What gives?
Yeah, that's what I've been asking all of this time. What gives, John?
Yeah, John.
I mean, you know, there is another instrument in this group.
I said,
Actually, we all play piano.
Yeah.
But it started out with the piano store. That was where it all began. And there was just a bunch of guys at the piano store, and so that's where the name came from, and then it all went from there.
So Paul started the YouTube channel and the Facebook page called The Piano Guys, and that's how it all got started.
Yeah.
That's right.
How did you get so famous?
Well, our kids still don't think we're famous, do they? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Actually,
famous, sort of famous.
sort of. We're internet famous.
the power of the internet, YouTube and Facebook. You guys have all heard of social media. Well, we uploaded one of our videos about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people just started sharing it all over the world, and here we are today.
Twitter.
Yeah. You guys know about all that stuff.
I think a lot came from doing something different, like putting it's cool to see a piano and a cello in crazy locations.
Yeah.
It's fun to mix genres of music, and so I think a lot of that plays a part of it.
Right.
Yeah, we like to take two different things and bring them together. Two unexpected things and mix them.
Pop music and classical music.
I've seen your videos. How did you get that piano on a cliff?
It's a good question for Paul. Take it away.
Paul has friends with helicopters.
Yeah, that's kind of a nice thing to have.
Yeah. Have friends with helicopters.
That's the take-home lesson.
That's the takeaway.
That's it.
Which video was the most exciting to film?
Wow, jeez.
Oh, you know, I love being on that train. Filming on that train was really a cool one.
Yeah, that was really cool. So there's this really cool guy named Vivaldi that lived about 300 or 400 years ago, and he wrote such cool music that people would come to the show like they were coming to an action movie.
That's right.
Like they'd show up, they'd bring their popcorn, which back then was like, I don't know what they ate back then, maybe it was cornflakes or something. But anyway, they'd have something, and they'd watch this symphony like it was an action movie. And so we thought, well, let's just take that little theme that Vivaldi wrote, and then we combined it with the Born Identity movie series, which is a soundtrack of today. And then we're like, we got to play this on a train. So we put a grand piano onto a train and sped down the track. When I was there with the cello too, which was, you know, kind of cool. We sped down this track. My favorite part was when we went by this guy that was fishing in the lake, and he turns around and he sees this train go by, and there's a piano and a cello on it. He thinks, did I just see that? And then we had to do the shot again 7 times.
Right.
So we went back and forth 7 times. By the time we passed by this guy's 7th time, he was like calling 911.
He's on the phone. Martha,
What's going on?
I'm seeing things.
On a cello on this train.
What'd you put in my cornflakes? One of my favorites was the Great Wall of China.
Ooh,
we were just there in Asia, and we were in China. Actually,
cool.
a dream of Paul Anderson's here, our video
since
guy.
We started.
What inspired you to get into music?
Well,
My mom made me.
My mom.
She was German.
You guys
practice and you will like it.
Everybody go home now. Johnny has to practice the piano.
It's the worst.
Okay, now you have. If you've got parents that are making you practice, you're gonna love it one day.
When you're our age.
You know, my parents inspired me, but you know about other people like Yo-Yo Ma inspired me? He had this way of playing the cello and just having fun with it and crossing boundaries and hanging out with jazz musicians and Bobby McFerrin and all sorts of fun things to do on music. So there are lots of musicians that, you know, Billy Joel inspired
Billy
you,
Joel's a
didn't he?
huge inspiration for me.
Yeah.
And I was there practicing. I'm like, why am I doing this? But now it's one of those things I look back. I'm so grateful that my parents instilled music in me at such a young age, and something that it's stuck with me for a lifetime. And now I'm doing it as a living, making, providing for my family and having fun with just great guys, and it's incredible. So stick to it.
Yeah.
It
gets better and better.
It does.
If you even have half a talent for music, you've got to stick with it. You just got to.
And music is one of those things that never leaves you, and you don't ever have to leave it. As old as you get, no matter where you are, wherever you go, music can always go with you.
Once you start sharing it with people and you see the happiness that it can bring, that's when you really start to understand how cool it is to be a part of music.
How much do you practice?
A lot.
You're the best. John is the expert practitioner.
Yeah, we put out 40 videos in 2 years, and so
it's 40 new tunes.
A lot of new tunes, and so yeah, I've been practicing. I've gotten better at the piano. That is really fun.
It's exciting.
I feel myself getting better. Oh man, it's so fun. Yeah.
Let me tell you, from a string standpoint too, or band, if you're an orchestra or band, the cool thing about music is it's totally social. So you can jam with friends. So it's not just about practicing, even though practicing is super important. It's about playing. Right. So just get out there and play. Just jam with friends. Join an orchestra, a string quartet, or go to a string camp or a band camp. They're so much fun. Just get out there and play. Just let your instrument do what it does, and just follow behind it. It's so much fun.
I love filming things with my camera, but how can I get better at it?
Actually, it's pretty crazy because I'm the same way. I started with my phone or a camcorder and just love making videos. I'm not great at writing, and so the videos are kind of like my journal. I like to keep a journal of what's going on, so I'm always videoing everything. And so with the piano guys, I actually just kind of have learned as I've gone. I haven't had any schooling or anything, and so it's just going out and doing it. So we'll show up on a video shoot like the Great Wall of China, and it's like, okay, how do I do this? I don't know, and try and figure it out as we go. So it's kind of fun just experimenting and just having fun with it.
What does the producer do?
Well, I guess my main role as a producer, the most important thing is have awesome people to collaborate with. That's the number one important thing. I've been blessed to have amazing musicians, artists, very creative people to work with, which has made me in turn a better producer and musician. So you got to have something to work with. So basically, producers, I have a recording studio, a mixer with lots of knobs and dials and microphones and headphones, and we come in and we have a sound room where we have a piano and a bunch of cellos. How many cellos you got in there? About 15 cellos all around the room, and they sit down and
steel ones, electric
that's right.
ones,
carbon fiber, acoustics.
Steven, I'm interested in playing the cello. Can you tell me about that cool-looking cello you play?
Aha, well, good question. So out of the 15 cellos, 4 of them are electric cellos, and that's the one you're talking about that it looks like it's a cello that went through a real serious weight loss program. Like you can't even see really the body of it. It's just a frame of a cello. And so I like to play that. Instead of a wood cello, where it's more of it looks like a kind of a box, the sound gets in that cello and then is pushed out, and that's how you hear the cello. With the electric cello, it doesn't use that. It uses a plug that you plug into an amplifier or something that just electrically makes the sound come out. Yeah, pickup, exactly. So that's really, really fun. But I'd recommend that everybody start on acoustic cello, because that's really where it is the most, it's the best way to start, because it just seems like that's where I feel like I'm always at home, is on that acoustic cello. And then electric is kind of more of a fun thing to do to add on to the acoustic cello. And you can actually, and you can, you plug them into effects and make all sorts of different cool things, and you can actually find electric cellos like that just online.
I really want to be a musician. Can you give me any advice?
My advice was first just think about the music and have fun. If it's meant to happen that music's going to be a career path, then it will happen naturally and you'll feel good about it. But most importantly, have fun, share your talents with other people, and use it to make the world and a better place and spread happiness.
Most important thing too is the lesson that I've learned even so many times. In fact, every day I relearn this lesson in the piano guys, is surround yourself with talented people. There is nothing like this group that I've ever had an experience with. But because of these guys, I do what I do. So surround yourself with people that are good at instruments, that know how to have fun with music, that can do studio engineering, that do videography, or at least have an interest in it, and just surround yourself with really, really talented people, and you'll find that you'll always be climbing up to the level of those people that you're surrounding yourself with.
Thanks, kids, and Music Express. See you later.
See you on YouTube.
Thank you, guys.